Save it to my computer. Cool. All right. Now we'll go here. Facebook. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Girls Gone Global podcast tonight. We are so excited that you are here with us while we talk about April Asia and finish the month with Japan. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me about traveling to Japan in the last couple of years. It seems to be an incredibly popular destination. I was born in Japan and was only there for the first 6 months of my life. So I did not know everything that I, um, grew up around or was around when I was born because I left there so early in age. But I got to go back in October a couple of years ago to see part of the country where I was born. But we only went to Tokyo, which, of course, Tokyo is like the big place that everybody likes to go to. However, I made a promise to my mom a long time ago that I would take her back to Japan so that she could show me where I was born and where we lived and all the things that she used to do with me. So this October, I get to take my mom back to Japan, and she gets to show me all of the wonderful places that we were living in, places where she ate, places that she would visit. And of course, while we're on this trip, we'll see some of the major cities um, outside of Tokyo, such as Osaka, Kyoto, um, Hiroshima. So I'm looking forward to this trip. I'm so excited about it. And I'm really glad that my mom gets to go with me and we get to do this together. But tonight, I'm just excited that we're all here and we're going to show you, talk about some of the incredible parts of Japan that you just can't miss when you visit that country. And one other thing to keep in mind about Japan is you have so many different airports to fly into. It's kind of one of those locations where you could fly into one area and travel the country and then fly home from another area. So, just some things to keep in mind when you're thinking about visiting Japan. And again, thank you for being here tonight. We're really excited. And if you have any questions about uh, about Japan while we're talking, just go ahead and put them in um, the Facebook group. I think that's where it'll go. Wherever this is live, you should be able to do that. And I'm going to turn it over to Mary.
All right. Thank
Before
you, Jenna.
we before we go any further, I don't think it went live.
So it's showing on my end that it's live.
Do we have somebody watching us live on Facebook that can confirm it?
Let's see. You getting anything, Jenna? Let's see if I can get here.
Sorry about our technical difficulties, but this is a
Yep.
little behind the scenes.
Hmm. Let's see if we can get something here. Find the live.
It went live on my page, not in our group. I was afraid that was going to happen.
Okay.
So, do we want to stop and then try to get it in the group?
That's totally up to you.
Yep. We're gonna leave it in your hands.
Um,
Okay, I told it to go live. I have that page that we discovered last night, but it's saying there's a technical error.
so let's put, again, folks, sorry for the problems here. So let's put a note on our global page that, um, I guess with the link to mine, and we'll just do it this way tonight and we'll try to fix it
Okay.
in the future. I don't,
Alrighty.
so let me go back over here.
Are you ready there, Jenna?
I somehow came across that page we had last night.
Okay, let's just pick up where we left off. And
Alrighty.
tonight we'll do it off of mine, and then hopefully by the next time we do this, we got it figured out. Sorry, everybody.
All right. What we got on the list here? I got a slide presentation. So as we go through the different parts of Japan, we can look at some wonderful pictures. Let me see if I can share my screen here. Okay, here we go. Can everybody see that?
Yes, we can.
All right. So here is a map of Japan. We'll go to the next one here. Oh, here we go. This is in Kyoto. I'll get my notes out here for Kyoto because I have them in order. This is the bamboo forest.
It's
And
like
as you can
stepping
see,
back in time.
yes, yes, it is. And that's what Kyoto is all about, is the past. As Tokyo is the future, Kyoto is the past. And everything's been kept intact. There's over 1,000 temples and shrines, and they have the traditional tea houses. Also, they have the wooden streets that looked unchanged for centuries.
Looks very peaceful.
Okay, the full thing there. Also, in Kyoto, there's the geisha culture. So Kyoto's geisha Gion district is where you find the geisha or gecko and apprentices Mako. These women are trained in dance, music, and conversation. Not what most people would assume. They consider it an art form and not a gimmick. So they're very traditional. Also, there's in Kyoto, you can take tours of the Gion district where all the geisha are, and also have a tea ceremony with the geisha. What I'm looking at now, I'm taking my glasses so I can see my notes here. Is the Kimono Tea Company, which is does the tea ceremonies. They have let's see, you can and you can participate in kimono tea ceremony, private tea ceremony, and a traditional Japanese sweets made with experience at this location. There is so much to do. Let me get my next slide of a geisha right here, which is, I'm gonna get the full picture in here. Okay, well, she's making sushi here. Okay. So, Jenna, when you were in Japan, did you do any tea ceremonies?
No, but I will be doing it the next time I go.
Because they do have this particular company does have it in Tokyo, and Kyoto as well. They have two locations, two cities, I should say, multiple locations. With this company, you can do samurai. You can have an experience with a samurai and a ninja experience. You can have being shown how to wear a kimono, traditional dress of the geisha.
So what do they actually do at the tea ceremony?
I know it's a very sacred ceremony. I'm not quite sure. All I keep thinking about was the Karate Kid too. You ever see that movie? When they had that tea ceremony?
So, just real quick, the way they see it is it's a ritualized art form that's focused on preparing and drinking matcha green tea to foster mindfulness, respect, and tranquility. It's rooted in Zen Buddhism. And the host of the tea carefully prepares the tea to provide guests a serene break from daily life. Sounds good to me.
I
Key
think it does
elements
sound.
include seasonal aesthetics, specific utensils, and a formal, respectful exchange between the host and the guest. Typically held in a dedicated tea room on tatami mats, or it could be outdoors, emphasizing harmony and simplicity.
It actually, what I found is that it follows four principles, and it's harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility. So kind of like a form of meditation.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what else we got for Kyoto? I mean, those are the basic highlights for Kyoto, which is very, like I said, very respectful, very much in the past. As far as knowing it to the future, which is, oh, I'm losing my image here.
You might be able to bring down like your
Uh,
percent,
uh,
or I don't know if you
uh,
know how to make your screen smaller.
yeah. Oh, it went up to 800. Oh, that's why. Here we go. Oh, that one's too much. Let me get the right percentage. Here we go. There we go. Let's see right here. So this is Mount Fuji in Tokyo, not too far from Tokyo. So do you want to go from here, Miss Cheryl?
Sure. Tokyo is the modern city. It focuses on the food and temples. It's a bustling
There
city,
we go.
uh, with neon lights. Now, it's not really the Fuji part of it, though. It's not Tokyo. Fuji, you have to take a
It's a little bit
train.
further than Tokyo. I
Yeah, you
think it's
have to
like
take a
2 hours.
it's like a o
I wrote
perfect
it down.
overnight trip from Tokyo. It's I believe it's Hakone. I'm not 100% sure how to say it. I'm awful at pronouncing them.
I'm in
But
Japan.
they have the hot springs out in this direction. Let me pull up a couple of
Yeah, it's about a
things.
2 hour drive, 2 hours and 20 minutes by car, from Tokyo to Mount Fuji, and a 2 hour train ride.
I was gonna say I believe there's a train that goes out
Yeah, it's
there,
the bullet train. Yeah.
which the bullet train's clean and fast. And
Hmm. And some of them are the fastest in the world.
do you know how fast?
Shinkansen. I think that's what they call it. Shinkansen.
So Mount Fiji is a symbol of beauty and balance and spiritual significance in the Japanese culture. And as you see in the picture here, you have the cherry blossoms. I would love to see Japan with the cherry blossoms. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and a lot of times you'll find it featured in art and poetry and photography throughout the world. Um, it's a place of pilgrimage and reflection. Um, it represents the peace and harmony, strength and resilience, and it's a connection between the nature and spirit. Some people do hike it. If you're a hiker, you can definitely climb it. Usually early July to early September is when people can hike, and it's about a 5 to 8 hour hike up and about a 3 to 5 hour hike down. Um, Many try to reach the top for the sunrise. They actually call it Greco. I'm not 100% on my pronunciation. Um, some of the top spots, when you think of Japan, is Mount Fuji. It's very popular.
They do also have here, I'm reading here, they also have mountain huts that you can book.
Oh,
S-
I did not know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. You start booking April 1st and it fills up very quickly. So, if you want to book a hut, you can do that.
And of course, the photo you chose is during cherry blossom season, which
Yes.
is the most
Yes.
popular time to visit Japan. So if that's when you're going, book early.
Yeah,
Yes.
that time's March to May. And then in the fall they have the colorful foliage,
So,
October to November. So I'm pretty sure, Jana, that's when you're going with your mom.
Yeah, we'll be there in fall.
And then in the winter you have the snow-capped peak, with the clearest skies at that time. And of course, like I had mentioned, summer's better climbing, and it's a hazier view though in the summertime. So if it was my preference, I would probably pick spring with the cherry blossoms
yes, that would be
or
my choice.
fall with the fall foliage. Um, Now, is it busy in the fall? I'm assuming it's fairly busy because of fall foliage.
Um, I would assume so. All they said is really not to go during the winter months,
Right.
um, because it is dangerous. Official season is early July to early September. Best time is mid July to late August. Best weather. Avoid weekends and the Oban holiday week. That's mid August for fewer crowds. Let's see. Okay, climbing off season, late September to June.
Yes.
Climbing outs Climbing outside the season is dangerous with harsh weather and no operating facilities. So if you're gonna climb, do it during the summer months.
Yeah, so they're saying here that the fall colors over there can be just as beautiful as the cherry blossom season, with
Ooh,
vibrant reds, oranges, and golds. Um,
nice.
and that they have multiple festivals in October and November. Um, it's slightly less crowded than cherry blossom season, but it's still a popular time to go because people like to see the fall foliage.
Kind of like New England here in the US.
Yeah.
And those trains that we were talking about, their top speed is 199 miles per hour.
Wow. A train going that fast.
Yep.
Wow. That's like, no wonder it's bullet train.
And they
So,
even look like a bullet train. They have these really long front noses.
That's really cool.
that is cool. And I didn't realize that they went that fast. So I'm assuming they don't, it's kind of like, they must be kind of like a monorail and not going through crossing streets. Could be kind of dangerous.
Yeah, I don't think it crosses a whole lot of streets. So like for instance, if you were up in Tokyo and you wanted to go all the way down to Hiroshima, um, that train ride is about 4 hours long, 800 kilometers in distance at
Hmm.
that, 180,
Hmm.
190 mile an hour speed. So it's yeah,
Maybe it's
pretty
time,
cool.
maybe it's time to start connecting with the bullet train, all the continents. Make it a little easier to get there. So yeah, that kind of got a little out of proportion. I started with Tokyo and jumped over to Mount Fiji.
Fuji,
Yeah, I got
Fuji,
Fiji on my not. I got
Fiji,
Fiji on
yeah,
my.
Fiji on your mind.
Fiji, Fuji.
It's close.
Japan may not like it if you rename their
I know.
volcano.
Probably not, but we were discussing Fiji in the beginning.
Yes, we were. Oh, that's so funny.
Okay, so do we want to move on to Tokyo? Do you have any slides for Tokyo?
Yes, I do. Okay, here we go.
That's where I actually started, and that's the buzzing capital. Um, so you want to think neon lights. There we go. The neon
There is.
lights.
So
Yes.
I'm guessing this is Shibuya.
That's
That's the crossing. Yes, the
So
Shibuya crossing. That
yeah,
is the crossing.
so we did this for sure when we were there. Again, we took off last minute for one of my birthday trips. We were only in Tokyo for 3 nights, and we packed a whole bunch into 3 nights. But we did go here to the Shibuya crossing because how could you not, right? It's like Japan's version of Times
Times Square looks
Square.
like, yeah.
Yeah, but when you're there, I mean, you can see the crosswalk lines. They're going in every which direction. So literally, when you're there and the lights change, it's a wall of people going from corner to corner, side to side, just moving from one side to the other, and it didn't matter which direction you were going in. But when we were there that night, we saw something that we didn't know about before, but now that we know about when we go back, we're certainly going to do it. You can do Mario Karts through Shibuya and around the city. And they were so cool looking. It looked like so much fun. So the next time we go back to Tokyo, we're certainly going to do the Mario Karts through Shibuya.
That sounds pretty cool. Um,
So if I could, if I don't know if I can get the screen sharing, but I have an
Mary,
aerial
yeah. If Mary
picture.
just
okay, I'll
unshares.
show my screen.
and then you
Hold
share,
on.
and then we'll go back to Mary.
Stop sharing. Okay, there
All
we go.
right, that sounds like a plan.
All right.
Let's see. Do you see it?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
See,
So
that's
there's an
what,
aerial shot of the
yes,
crossing. It's the world's busiest crosswalk
yeah. And
or
like I said, from
crosswalks.
every direction, as soon as the light changes, it's,
Oh my God.
yeah,
A bit chaotic.
Yeah, I
yes,
think, yeah, just a little bit.
It looks much more chaotic than New York.
yes.
So I just wanted to show the aerial. I'll send it back over to Mary.
That was a great aerial
It's a
shot.
nice shot. It's a
Yeah.
nice shot. Get my screen down here.
And it's not the traditional four-way intersection either. Like you think they're crossing it. There's some that are kind of like the road's angled going on an angle in front
Mhm.
of a building.
Yep.
All right,
Like
let's
it's not
get
a
back to this
square
one
building.
here. Now, these are floating shrines.
Those are
When you
cool.
were in, have you seen any of these?
No.
Because they are all over right here.
Are those right in Tokyo? Those aren't in Tokyo, are they?
That's, I believe they are, yeah.
When I picture Tokyo, I picture city.
The craziness.
Yeah. Although they do say, Tokyo is, one of your cleanest and safest cities
Cities, yeah.
with lots of shopping and food.
So it's, okay, this might be Kyoto. It's got mixed in with Tokyo. Let's go down here and see. This is Osaka.
Yeah, that is certainly Osaka.
And you're heading
Have you
to
been?
Osaka.
No, that's on our list when I go with mom.
It's a
This
food
is
capital. Nightlife. Are you going for a couple of days?
Um, yes.
Nice.
okay. Osaka is known as Japan's kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
It is less formal and has more personality. They have a lot of street food, nightlife, compared to Tokyo being more reserved. So this is more a little laid back than Tokyo, which I hear.
So that building there, is that the castle?
Yeah,
The
that is the
Osaka
castle.
Castle.
Isn't that beautiful? Okay, here we go.
Yeah, lots of history in Osaka. And
That
there's
that
also uh some areas of it that look like Tokyo.
that castle, I bet, would be gorgeous with the cherry blossoms that we
Mhm.
just had up
Yeah.
there.
And
And
or the
they do
fall
have,
foliage.
Oh, yeah.
as you see in the last photo, I'll go back. They have tours, boat
Mm-hmm.
tours, which is nice.
Yeah.
All right, here
On
we
cute
go.
little boats too.
Yeah, they are cute. Okay, shrines and pagodas.
Yeah, see that's still Osaka, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's parts of Osaka that kind of, look like a downtown area, a little bit like Tokyo.
Okay, that's the end of my slides. But I want to go back to Tokyo. As you know, Disney is everywhere. It's even in Tokyo.
It is.
Yes, and I pulled it up. Let's see if I can get something over here from Disney. If I can get it up.
There's also not just Disney, there's Universal Studios in
Yes,
Japan.
I've seen that.
Yep.
Hmm. And
And
now, is that where the Mario Kart is located, or is that separate?
no, it's separate. It's just something that you can do um, over in the downtown area of Shibuya.
Hmm,
Because at the
I'll give it a go.
Universal, they have the home to Super Mario Nintendo World
Hmm.
and Harry Potter, of course.
They do. And their
Now,
prices over there are so much better.
now, have you
I mean,
been to the Disney in Tokyo?
I have.
You have. I know you've
Yes.
been to the majority of them.
So the Disney in Tokyo has two parks. They have the
let's see what's gonna.
Disneyland park
I'm
and they
trying to get
have
this.
the Disney Sea park. And so because again, we were only there for
See
three
if we can get this
days,
up
we
here.
took off
Okay,
at the
here we
last
go.
minute. We opted to do Disney Sea to see
Hmm.
something completely new instead of doing Disneyland. However, since I'm going back again this fall, my mom and I might just do Disneyland this time. But Disney Sea was pretty cool because it had things that we don't have here in the US. So that was kind of
Right.
neat to see.
Okay, so I got the Disney Resort, Tokyo Disney Resort up here. So the Disney, here's the Disneyland. Now, what's the difference between the Disney Sea and a Disneyland?
So it's kind of like California Adventure and Disneyland, right?
Okay.
So, Disneyland is the
Is another park besides
right. And
Disney.
so the
Okay.
Disneyland at Tokyo is pretty similar to Disneyland over here. It just has a couple of different rides and restaurants and whatnot. But the Disney Sea is a park that is just like um, separate that focuses on different things. So Disney Sea has things like Aladdin, right? Which more of
Mm-hmm.
an Aladdin land, which is something that we don't have over here. They had uh, where is attractions? There we go. They had a whole like Little Mermaid land, um, which is something that was um, new for me that you could actually walk through this mermaid area. They call it the Mermaid
Mm-hmm.
Lagoon. Um, they have Venetian gondolas that you can ride on. Um, there was of course, they have a Tower of Terror. Um, Aquatopia. They have these weird looking bumper boats almost. Um, the Indiana Jones ride they have there is in this big Incan temple. It's pretty cool. And then they have another roller coaster that has a loop called the Raging Spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they have Frozen. So they had the Anna and Elsa's Frozen journey, um, which was a very popular ride. You have to wait there a long time to get on it. They have 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Journey to the Center of the Earth. So just things that we don't
Oh.
have here.
Now, when I was a kid, we used to have the 20,000 Leagues Underneath the Sea at Walt Disney World here in Florida. And it, I, I don't know the last time it was there when it closed down, but I remember that clearly. It's funny that it's in Tokyo now.
Yeah, and the one they have there, it's a little bit different, but it's uh, it's weird how they had it because it was almost right next to this big what looked like a volcano, but the volcano was the Journey to the Center of the Earth ride. So they
Right.
were kind of creative about it by putting the Leagues Under the Sea like right next to that. But they also do fireworks, and of course they also do their parades and all kinds of things. Um, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. But next time I'll go back and we'll do Tokyo Disneyland.
Okay,
And
let's bring that
then
up here.
at that park,
Here we
um,
go.
you know, a lot of the same things that we have here, just with a different flair because it's a different country.
Yes, we can get some.
They have a Big
Let's
Thunder
see.
Mountain, Splash Mountain, Small World, Snow White's Adventure, Dumbo. But they do have a Beauty and the Beast um, castle. The Haunted Mansion.
Okay, so is there anything special we should know about Japan as far as visas are concerned, getting into the country?
This one's pretty easy. All you need is your passport, valid for 6 months on arrival. So you don't need anything else when you're traveling from the US with a US passport to be able to go to Japan.
Okay.
And entry is real quick. I mean, when we flew in, it didn't take us very long at all to get through their immigration and customs. And then we picked up a taxi. They have really cool taxi cars there.
Mhm.
Uh,
Speaking of the taxis, they could be more expensive than the trains. And they may not speak English.
Yeah,
So
so that was a big thing for us when we were in Japan, the language. So, you know, we travel a lot. You guys know that we travel a lot, and most of the places we've been to, you can get some English out of people, and we got a little bit out of people in Japan, but the majority of them don't speak English. They only speak Japanese. So, guess what we had to use?
Google Translate.
Or Apple Translate. But yes, and you know the people were fine with it when we asked questions, and you know they had no problem giving the answer right back into the app so that we would know what they were saying. They were real friendly. Um, but the cool part about the most struggle we had was with the taxi driver, but um, we still made it to our hotel, which was fine. But the thing about the taxis there is the doors tend to open automatically. So like
Oh,
they've made them so that like the driver pushes a button or something and the doors open. And then you're not supposed to close them because they also then push a button to have the doors closed. So that was really
interesting.
weird for us. Almost every taxi that picked us up when we were using taxis worked that same way. But some of their taxis look like old British cars, like you'd look at it and go,
Oh,
"Oh, well, that's odd to see that here." But it was a cool experience. Certainly worth doing. But we haven't even talked about the food yet in Japan.
no, I was going to mention that because I have up here a robot cafe.
Yes. And what do you think? Lots of sushi? It is Japan
There's
after all.
sushi. Let me share the screen that I have up here
Yep,
because
go
I
for it.
mean, imagine being served by robots. Let's see if I can get this up here. Here we go. It's moving over slowly. It's moving over. Here we go. All right. Can you see it?
No.
All right. Let me get this back up here so I can share the screen.
There you go.
All right. Here we go. Share. Share it. Now you should be able to see. There we go. Now look at this being served by a robot.
Hang on. It shows Osaka.
Oh, it's showing
Maybe you
Osaka.
need to drag over your.
Ah, I don't know if there's a little bit or more. I lost it. I lost it. Hold on. Hold the phone here. I get back up here.
So I did read while you're looking for that, I did see a headline either yesterday or today that Japan Airlines is starting to use robots um, with their like ground operations, moving crates and freight.
Oh, I'm losing
Saves on
everything
our
here.
backs.
Okay, let me put it up on the screen here. Hold on.
So the other thing that I learned when I was in Japan was that there's a significant Korean presence in Japan. And if you don't know the difference between the languages, which of course we didn't, you could end up eating a Korean restaurant instead of a Japanese restaurant. And the menus are totally different. And so when you're looking for what you want to order Japanese and it's not on the menu, you have landed yourself in a Korean restaurant.
That would be me.
So we did that, unfortunately.
All right, is it up?
Nope.
But we still see your
I,
Google on Osaka.
I Google on
It should
Osaka.
it should be a different tab. If you're showing you a screen,
Yeah. I mean, I just thought I clicked it. All right, let me go back to Zoom here. Let's see.
well, I could throw a little extra in there while we wait. Let's touch base on Universal while we're there, you
Yeah.
know? Um, People are visiting because of Nintendo World, which this year's their fifth anniversary. And of course they have the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, unique rides not found in any of the other parks. Um, the Mario Kart there, Koopa's Challenge, interactive games and power-up bands. It's bright and immersive, kind of goes along with, Tokyo there. Um, Wizarding World of Harry Potter, they have the castle, and it looks pretty stunning. Um, they have the Forbidden Journey, and you can drink your butter beer. And then they have Hollywood with Minions Park, which is great for families. And they do have the Express Pass, which saves you time. Arrive early before opening and go straight to Nintendo World is the tip. And use your Express Pass for your top rides. It will avoid 2 to 3 hour
There we go.
waits. And they do have some theme park snacks, Mario items. Did you find it?
Is it showing?
Yes.
Yep.
Finally.
Oh, I see it.
Okay, look at this one here. Let's bring that up here if I can see it. The video there. But I think it's interesting that it's like these robots are taking over everywhere. Pretty soon we're not going to have any servers. It's all going to be robotic.
That's funny.
Here we go. I
Now,
don't know if I would like to be served by a robot. I really don't. I think it
now
would creep me out.
that would be taking jobs. I wish they could do that
Yeah.
in healthcare setting because they're overworked, underpaid, and understaffed.
Yeah, but it's same with my other job. We're understaffed, but he won't hire no other people though.
Mhm.
It's
So if you're going to visit Japan, there are a couple of other things that you should certainly check out. In the last 2 years, I've booked two different families down there, and both of them wanted to do guided personal tours. So we booked that for them as well.
There we go.
But up in the Hokkaido region, there's a lot of hot springs. And in Japan, those are called onsens, Onsen. And they have a full on, culture up there around in that region, around hot springs and rejuvenation and Zen and peacefulness. And so that is something to certainly experience the hot springs. If you're into sake, right? They have
Yeah.
sake breweries.
I was just about to mention that. Looking through my nose, they have these sake breweries.
Yes. So just like we can, do wineries and breweries here in the US, you can do some sake tasting and check out the breweries over in
Yes.
Japan.
And there's a lot in Kobe and Kyoto. They have a lot of the best breweries for sake. And we can't forget about sumo wrestling.
No, not at all. Yeah. I mean,
It's
you
Japan's
got to
national
take in,
sport.
right? You got to take in the traditional things of the country
Yeah.
if you're going to visit there.
Yeah, do everything. Yeah, wrestlers live in strict training houses. Very strict. And matches, so they last seconds. But the ritual before to them is everything. So it's more ritual. Again, everything is ritual.
Yes.
Tea ceremonies, the wrestling,
Samurai.
samurai.
Mm-hmm.
So the cultural highlights that you cannot skip: the temples and the shrines,
Mm-hmm.
the cherry blossoms, like we talked about, the bullet trains,
Yes.
and of course the hot springs that you just mentioned, and of course the tea ceremonies. But
And
beware,
don't miss seeing Mount Fuji.
Mount Fuji. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I had to think. I have that Fiji on my mind.
Yes. Fuji.
You must see that, the UNESCO
Mhm.
heritage site. You're that close, take it in.
But I hear that, Japan is not cheap.
No.
So just be aware that it's not cheap. And of course, you mentioned about the language barriers and the cultural rules. I hear they have a lot of cultural rules there.
Yeah, and it's very, very clean. So we stayed in Shinjuku, and it was about 25-minute ride, I think, from the airport in a taxi. And we got there on a Saturday or a Sunday. Anyway, of course, jet lag, time lapse, we couldn't sleep. And so we both got hungry. And we got up and we went outside the hotel to see what was there. There was a 7-Eleven across the street. And then there was a McDonald's at the end of our corner. And so we decided we'd go to McDonald's, but they weren't open yet. And so we went over to 7-Eleven, and just looked around. But the food that they had in their 7-Eleven was like gourmet Japanese food that you could just pick and go with, right? Which we thought was pretty cool. But it was also raining on that first day that we were there. So we looked at the rain gear or the umbrellas. And
Right.
Japan has these really cool, don't know why we didn't think of it. They have these really cool, like hooded parkas that you can put on, that kind of button up, but they button up in a way to where the water is not going to leak into your clothes. And it goes all the way up to your neck and clasps so that your water's not coming down your ears, right? You put on a parka around here and the water's coming down your hair and your ears and down. But theirs is like, we bought a couple of them. I even brought them home because I was like, this is genius. Somebody actually took the time to create a parka that you could just put on over you and walk around in the rain and not get wet.
Wow.
So that was really cool. And then, right as we were getting ready to go into the McDonald's to have breakfast, it's raining out, right? I already told you it's raining out. They're out there with the water blasters washing the streets in the rain.
What?
Yes, I mean it is so clean there everywhere. But you got to get used to the toilets because no
Uh-oh.
matter
See, this is
where you
important
go,
information that we
that's
need to
right.
know.
No
How
matter
to
where
use
you
the toilet.
go, if it's the airport bathroom, if it's the Disneyland bathroom, if it's your hotel bathroom, if it's a restaurant bathroom, they all have bidets and heated seats.
See, now the heated seats I kind of like.
So, and you don't have to use the bidet if you don't want to, but they all have it.
Huh.
Just another interesting fact about Japan that it's
And
very, very
Heated
clean.
seats.
another tip
Heated
is
seats.
being quiet in public transportation.
Oh my goodness. Yes. However, got to tell you, you better watch out on that public transportation when it is quitting time because we ended up on the train obviously at the wrong time of day because everybody was getting off of work. And so we're on, I think it was the day we left Disneyland. So we're on the train and the train's the best way to get around there for sure. The getting to and from wherever you want to go, even if it's just a couple blocks. And it's cheap. So um, there's nobody on the train, nobody on the train. We're just standing there enjoying our time. We get to this one spot, and I am not kidding you. It was like the crossing in Shibuya. All of a sudden, it is a wall of people who getting into the train, pushed us
Holy
all the
cow.
way back to the other side of the train. I've got some
Oh,
short guy in my armpits.
Jeez. Sounds like Red Central.
And I looked at
Way
Day
worse.
I looked at Day and I said, "Can you stand over here so that I don't have strange guys?"
Your pet.
Anyway, so it stayed like that. We were like sardines. We could barely breathe. And then the next station, I'm thinking, okay, some of these people have to get off. No, they shoved more people in.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how they did it, but they shoved more people in. And then we get to the next stop, and half of them left, and I was like, "Thank God! Like, can you get me off the train now? Because I don't want to be smashed by all these different
Oh
people."
my gosh.
So anyway, keep that in mind. You don't want to ride the train at quitting time.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. That really is.
Oh,
It's
if
like
only I
getting off
had
the
a
train at
video
Grand
of it.
Central.
Yeah, just it was crazy.
So credit cards are widely used,
Mm,
just like everywhere else, but they're more cash friendly than the US, but they do use the yen, the
mhm,
Japanese yen. Um, they do have ATMs at 7-Eleven.
mhm,
Those are the easiest for your tourists. And there are no tipping culture.
mhm,
So
Oh.
I'm assuming they would be a little taken back if you do try to tip.
mhm.
Um, Sometimes in other cultures it's rude to tip somebody. And so I'm assuming you don't want to try it.
Yeah,
No. But it's
Um,
funny here, the tips keep going up.
I know.
They keep asking for
And
more.
they automatically tell you what you should tip to make you have to
Yep.
change it.
that's true.
And if you don't change it, then you're tipping what they want you to tip.
Tip. Yeah.
So for a first time visitor, probably a 7 to 10 day itinerary would be great.
Yeah.
Usually, what is recommended, they say 3 to 4 nights in Tokyo and 1 night in Mount Fuji,
Oh, and you know what we haven't even talked about yet?
1 or 2 nights in Osaka, and then 2 to 3 nights in, what is it, Kyoto?
Kyoto.
Kyoto.
What didn't we talk about yet?
We haven't even talked about the cruises around Japan.
Oh goodness.
Oh.
That's almost a whole nother episode.
Now there's, yeah.
I know, right? I mean,
Seriously.
literally, you can get on a
I mean, let's
ship.
touch on Hiroshima.
Yeah, you can get on a ship and you can go to all these different parts of Japan and then go right back to where you started from and be able to see as much as you want. Um, there's some here that even go to like from Tokyo down to Osaka, down to Nagasaki. You can throw
It's a,
in Korea if you want and then come back up.
there's
Um,
actually a cruise that does all of Japan, isn't there?
well, yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
everybody thinks that Japan
There's
is like
yeah.
this small island, right? But it's not. It's like four major islands that are like lined up next to each other. So, if you want to get from one end to the other, yes, you can take the train. But if you want to be able to like unpack once and kind of enjoy going from place to place to place and learn more about, the different areas of Japan, cruising around the islands is a fantastic way to do that. And you can do it on a 10-day cruise, a 7-day cruise, a 5-day cruise, 11
Can
day
you
cruise.
can you imagine a couple weeks on a cruise and saying you never left Japan?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
I
But
went on a
I'm
2-week cruise. Where'd you go? Japan.
right. Yeah. You could totally do that. But I'm looking on Princess right now just for the sake of it. Right now, those cruises are like 50% off.
Wow.
Yes.
So instead of
Amazing
paying
Look
deals.
almost,
now, man.
yeah, instead of paying like 2,700, you're paying like 1,250. So,
Ooh.
Princess has a good deal with their 50% off right
Yeah.
now.
hmm
I see a lot of the Eastern Hemisphere, like Mediterranean, Europe, Asia, a
hmm
lot of those are even Australia, New Zealand, all of them right now are pretty good deals. So if you're looking for a way to explore, look into a cruise.
Yeah, some of these even go to Okinawa and, down where I was born in Sasebo, it's a military town. So I'm looking forward to going that that far south. We'll probably hit Hiroshima on the way since it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, certainly looking forward to that trip.
So how old were you when you left Japan?
I believe I was only 6 months.
Oh goodness. So
Oh,
you
you're
don't
only a
remember
baby.
much as a child then.
Mm-mm.
You're only a
So was
baby.
your parents there only 6 months too, or were they
No, so
there
my
longer?
brother was born there, and he's 2 years and 2 weeks older than me. So I think they were there for, I'll have to double check with mom, but 4 or 5 years.
So your
Um,
mom really got to experience
yeah,
Japan
yep.
then.
And we
And
still
she
can.
just, she up and left the US and went to Japan. My dad was out to sea most of the time, so she was
They're
literally,
they're raising the
there.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's gonna take me back to the city and show me the house and show me where she played volleyball with the Japanese girls and where they did laundry. And
Now, does she still
No,
have
since
friends from when she lived there?
I don't know.
That
Well,
would be kind of cool.
I think that he was in the service. There was one couple that they always stayed in touch with. Um, and I'm not sure if we know where they are at the moment, but for a long time they stayed in touch with them.
That would be cool if you could reconnect with them
Yeah. So anyway, there's Japan ending out
yeah.
our Asia April.
with a little behind the scenes bloopers of
I
not getting
know
things
Yeah.
rolling, but
our
we'll
technical
we'll
I
figure
know.
it
Well,
out.
difficulties.
we're
We'll figure
live.
it out.
So this
Yeah,
is why you
eventually.
this is why you just start something and figure it out while you do it instead of not doing it at all
Yeah.
Just
and
start.
Just go
waiting
for
until
it.
you just figure it out. You do it, you have your
Just roll
bloopers,
with it.
you make mistakes and
Ride the
you
wave.
learn from them. That's
That's
right.
it. Ride the
Either
wave.
way. So 2 weeks from now, what are we doing, ladies?
We're
Mediterranean.
doing the Mediterranean in May.
That's right. So you'll have
I
to,
can't believe it's already almost May.
I
I
know.
know. This month went just
It's
Too
crazy.
quick.
So
Too
you
quick.
guys will have to post on our Girls Gone Global page. What do you want to know about the Mediterranean?
Yeah.
As we start to work on our podcasts for the month of May. And hopefully by the next time we will get this right and we will be live on our page, Girls Gone Global Podcast.
Until then, everybody have a good couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. Girls Gone Global, we're out.
Enjoy. All righty. May starts tomorrow,
That's right.
And
right?
if we're not back before Mother's Day, are we back before Mother's Day? Let's see.
Let's see.
We will not be. So all you moms have a wonderful Mother's
Ah.
Day.
That's right. Happy Mother's Day,
Yeah.
moms. And we'll see you all in May. Take care.
Yep. All
Bye-bye.
right.
Bye. Bye. Okay, so I stopped the live and now I'm going to stop the recording.